again, everyone. This is ML Reads, back with Chapter 11, Part B of the Elementalists Book 1 by Pixelberry Studios Choices app. As always, if you want to watch any of the other videos in this series, I will link the main playlist in the description. And for everyone else, let's continue on with the story. Continue playing. Alright, so context. How do I even describe this? We've just discovered that we have a long-lost identical twin, and her name is Atlas, and we are supposed to sneak her back into our dorm room because no one is supposed to know that she's here. But on the way, she wants to figure out why she was trapped in the mirror dimension for so long, and we're going to try to get that information from this sentry. So which is like the suit of armor. So the free option is ask the sentry. I don't think it'll help. And the premium option is ask the sentry. It sounds useful, and of course, we're going to go with that one. It sounds useful. Eli, you're right. It can't hurt to try. Besides, it sounds like it might be kind of fun. Atlas, so glad you've got your priorities straight. You walk closer to the sentry and stop in front of it, unsure what to do next. Atlas, well, don't just stand there. Ask it a question. This invisibility spell's got an expiration date. Eli, all right. Sentry, tell us what happened in the mirror room, and we'll, tell Dean Goff how helpful you were. There is a long pause as you wait for the sentry's response, which never comes. Atlas, fantastic. Eli, hold on, I have an idea. I know a spell that might solve our problem. It's a moon spell that makes others more open to being talkative. I tried it on Shreya once and it was very effective. Atlas, I know that spell and it's not the easiest. You sure you're up to it? Eli, only one way to find out. You touch the sentry's armoured shoulder and try to clear your mind, staring into the eye slits of its medieval helmet. You feel your fingertips grow warm with energy. Eli, and then she's cast the moon spell. Now will you tell us what happened in the mirror room? A dim light appears from within the sentry's helmet, and it begins to stir. Atlas, you did it. The sentry speaks, its voice rattling and echoing from inside the suit of armor. Sentry, demonstrate thine knowledge, and I will do so in kind. Search the crest of Pendergast past, and what dost thou find? Before the Drixmar came a creature most powerful and fierce. Speak forth its name, and my defences you will pierce. The sentry goes silent and stands at attention, as though awaiting your response. Atlas, I think I heard something about the original Pendergast crest having a creature that devours its own tail on it. Yes, Beckett told us about this. Atlas, I can't remember the name of it though. Eli, a creature devouring its own tail? And the options are a griffin, or an Ouroboros, or a basilisk. We'll go, that's an Ouroboros. Riddle me this. You solved the sentry's riddle. Eli, it's got to be an Ouroboros. They're famous for devouring their own tails. Atlas, yeah, that was it. Didn't think you had it in you, being new to the magical world and all. Eli, I catch on fast. Sentry, you are correct. Now, see through the eyes of another. Eli, yes, nailed it. The sentry's eyes flash bright white like a pair of car headlights, blinding you. Ooh, and then the screen's faded to white. And now everything is like kind of sepia. Now playing as Zeph. You, Beckett, Griffin, and Shreya burst out of the mirror room and into the hallway outside. Griffin, what happened in there? How are we going to go after Eli if all the mirrors are broken? Shreya, why did all the mirrors shatter? Was it because of those shadow monsters? Beckett, never mind why they shattered. Why did Eli fall through the mirror like that? Zeph, guys, relax. I'm sure Eli's, and then the options are, got that shadow monster in a headlock, or relying on us to stay calm, or probably dead by now. Zeph, we'll go, guys, relax. I'm sure Eli's got that shadow monster in a headlock. Beckett, you can't just assume that, Zeph. This is serious. Eli needs our help. Zeph, come on, Beckett. You know Eli as well as I do. You saw how quickly she picked up on all this magical stuff. Beckett, that may be, but Zeph, if any of us is gonna fall into an alternate dimension and survive, it's Eli. Kind of already happened once, if you think about it. That's true. Zeph, we need to put our trust in her and then think about what we can do to help. Shreya, Zeph's right. If anyone can get herself out of this mess under her own power, it's Eli. Zeph, what do you think we should do, Griffin? Griffin doesn't respond, his expression vacant. He stands with his arms crossed, clenching and unclenching his fists. Zeph, Griffin? Earth to Griffin. Come in, Griffin. Griffin, what? Oh, sorry. I just got distracted. I can't stop worrying about her. I wish it was me who got pulled in there in her place. Aww. I think we should go to one of the professors and tell them about the mirror room. They'll know what to do. Beckett, that's a terrible idea. What if they ask us how it happened? We can't give them a reason, and we're just students. They could end up blaming us. They'll find out about the room on their own, so let them. We're all safer that way. Zeph, I don't think the professors will blame... You are interrupted by the clanking of metal as the suits of armor lining the wall next to you begin to stir. Griffin, the sentries! They see everything that goes on at Pendergast. They must know what happened in the mirror room. Shreya, which means they might know what happened to Eli. Zeph, hey sentries! And then the options are, is there another way into the mirror dimension, or why did the mirrors shatter like that? We'll go with, why did the mirrors shatter like that? Sentry, we know not why the mirrors shattered, but when opposing powers meet on the bridges between worlds, those bridges collapse. Zeph, well, it hurt us, but what the heck did any of that mean? Griffin, your guess is as good as mine. The sentries are enchanted to give answers, but not necessarily clear ones. Your conversation is interrupted by the sound of Professor England's voice ricocheting down the hallway. Professor England, everyone, if you could return to your dorms, please. This hallway is off limits for the time being. You and your friends exchange glances. Beckett, we should get out of here. If we get caught and detained, we lose time looking for Eli. With that, Beckett turns and heads off in the direction of the dorms, leaving the rest of you no choice but to follow him. Beckett's like, I'm out of here. And then, so now the screen's gone to white, and now playing as Eli. Spots swim in front of your eyes, as though you'd spent the afternoon staring at a light bulb. Sentry, that is all there is to see. Eli, I can't see so well right now, but that was really helpful. Thank you. Come on, let's go. You turn to leave and notice that the rainbow spots of light that make up Atlas's invisibility charm are beginning to flicker. Eli, uh-oh, our time's almost up. We have to go, now. You and Atlas run toward the front doors, only to have them swing open. Two upperclassmen walk in just as Atlas's invisibility begins to flicker. Eli, I should hide Atlas behind that suit of armor. You shove Atlas behind the suit of armor in the hall. When you do, it swivels its head toward you with a metallic screech. Eli, sorry, please just shh. As the two students walk past, you lean casually against the wall near the suit of armor, but they pay you no mind. Atlas, quick thinking. You push through the double doors and are pleased to see that the campus is near empty this late at night. Eli, okay, my dorm is in that building over there. Atlas, so what, we just make a run for it? That's when you notice the statue in the center of campus swiveling its head back and forth. The light of its eyes is like a lighthouse beam in the darkness. Eli, only if you want to get vaporized. Maybe there's some way to distract it? Atlas, got it. When I say run, you run. Atlas is like, she's like super used to this. Atlas gestures over herself from head to toe and shoulder to shoulder. Then she puts her hands out and takes a step backward. In her place is a distorted replica of herself. She gives the replica a push toward the statue, the opposite direction of the dorm. Then she takes off running. Eli, hey, you didn't say run? Atlas, I thought it was implied. Keep up. You tear away after her, sprinting as fast as you can across the massive lawn. The statue's gaze is completely drawn by Atlas's shadow. In front of you, Atlas leaps over a small flower bed. Atlas, tinkling tinnies! Careful of those, their flower buds are actual bells. With no time to swerve, you... Eli, we're gonna leap. You soar gracefully over the patch of flowers. Eli, nice. She's like nicing herself. With the coast clear, you and Atlas sprint for the dorms and throw yourselves through the doors. From the doorway, you can see the RA on duty behind the counter scribbling away on a pad of paper. Across from you, you can see Atlas's reflection flickering in a mirror on the wall, the spell almost completely worn off. You speak to Atlas in hushed whispers. Eli, okay, we just need to get past her, and then it's a straight shot to my room. Atlas, got it. Say no more. Atlas's eyes narrow as she twines her fingers together, making a complicated gesture as the air crackles around her. Eli, Atlas, what are you doing? Atlas, knocking her out. Eli, what? Stop it! You push Atlas's hands back to her sides, rolling your eyes. Eli, cool it, John Wick. I'll go distract her. You just need to slip by quietly and get to that first hallway there. Got it? Atlas shrugs and you walk up to the front desk. RA, hi Eli, what can I do for you? Out of the corner of your eye, you see Atlas slip behind a potted plant. The plant's leaves start to stick to her, and she flails to get them off. Eli, I'm just here to ask if you've seen that. You point to the painting on the wall behind her. When she turns to look, Atlas springs from her hiding place and bolts down the hallway. RA, you mean the portrait of Celestina Kiewitzwitz that's been hanging here all semester? Eli, right, that's her name, and you've definitely seen it, so thanks. You hurry away to rejoin Atlas. Smooth. You and Atlas cross the threshold into your dorm without further incident. You throw yourself onto the couch as Atlas breathes a sigh of relief. Eli, oh man, that was way too close. We should have come straight back, like Professor Swan told us to. Bond, Eli Bond. Atlas is impressed by your quick actions. Atlas, actually, I think you handled yourself pretty well. Maybe I didn't need to be as worried about you as I thought. Now that we're alone, we have to talk about... She stops abruptly, her head cocked to one side. Atlas, do you hear that? You go still, straining to hear. Shreya, well, that's it. Eli's not anywhere on campus. That mirror must have taken her somewhere else entirely. Beckett, the way the glass shattered, I've never seen anything like it. Eli, my friends, they're not supposed to know about you. Quick, my room. You dash over to the door and fumble for the doorknob. You wrench the door open and dive inside. Atlas is about to follow you in, when your friends come in and see her. Shreya, Eli, where have you been? We've been looking everywhere. Atlas freezes in panic. From behind the almost closed bedroom door, you whisper to her. Eli, Atlas, just roll with it. Pretend to be me. Atlas, yes, I am Eli, your friend. She says the last word with a grimace. You try not to laugh when you realize she's attempting a smile. Zeph, what happened to your hair? Eli, this is not going well. I have to help her. I should tell her to, and then the options are laugh it off or deflect the question. I'll tell her to laugh it off. Just say something funny and casual. Atlas, that's so funny. You? That's just like you, always cracking jokes. Zeph, well, she recognizes my comedic genius, so she must be all right. Beckett, never mind all of that. Where have you been? The mirror room was completely destroyed, and you were just gone. Shreya, yeah, where did that mirror take you? We looked all over campus. Atlas, it took me to Penn Square. I don't know what went wrong, but it dropped me right into a dumpster. I tried this spell to clean off, but something went wrong and it turned my hair all white. Guess I'll have to have Swan fix it tomorrow. Beckett, oh, no need. That's just a simple transmutation spell. I can quite easily. Atlas, you touch my hair and I'll punch the eyebrows off of your face. A brief silence passes through the room. Atlas, sorry, I've had a really rough day. I'd like to just go to bed. Shreya, oh, well, of course. We're just glad you're safe. I guess we should all go off to bed, Atlas, thanks, all of you. Beckett, Zeph, and Griffin turn to leave. Griffin stops and turns back to Atlas. He hesitates for a moment, then puts a hand on her shoulder. Atlas goes completely rigid, but she doesn't try to fight it like you thought she would. Griffin, I'm really glad you're all right. For a second back there, we weren't sure, but I should have known that if anyone had the strength to get through something like that, it'd be you. Atlas, thanks. And she's like surprised. Griffin smiles before he drops his hands and takes a step away. Griffin, rest up. I'll see you later. Atlas, yeah. As Shreya walks your friends to the door, Atlas enters your room and shuts the door behind her. Once Atlas is inside, you both breathe a sigh of relief. Atlas, your friends talk so much. No wonder you're so behind in your magical studies. Eli, I am not, and my friends are fine, thank you very much. Atlas, your friends are weak, no offense. Did you see the way the tall, strong one looked at me? It was odd. Eli, what's odd is the weird way you describe people. Besides, it wasn't odd. It was, and then the options are sweet, or friendly, or romantic. We're going to say it was sweet. It's nice to have a group of people that really, honestly care about you. Your conversation is suddenly interrupted by a frantic banging on the common room door. You and Atlas exchange a glance, and you leave the room to open it. Eli, Beckett? Beckett, hello, hi, it's me again. Eli, I can see that. Beckett, you fixed your hair? Eli, yeah, it just turned itself back. He fidgets in the doorway as you take him in, finally noticing his unusually rumpled appearance. Aw. Beckett, I just wanted to make sure, again, that you were okay. He hesitates again. Beckett, I'm at a loss here. When you vanished like that, I felt like I should have been able to do more, and I couldn't, and He cuts himself off, mussing his hair as he runs his hand through it. He looks as shaken as you feel. Eli, Beckett, it's no one's fault, and I'm fine, see? He laughs a little, but it sounds forced and weary. Beckett, I know it's late, but do you want to talk? Just for a little while? I know you said you're okay, but I feel like I have to make sure. Eli, it's not really the best time. His eyes rove across your body, widening as he takes in the scrapes and cuts and embedded bits of glass from your fight in the mirror dimension. Beckett, you're hurt. I can help with that. I know a spell that will remove those shards of glass quite painlessly. Eli, it's fine. I'll just go to the nurse tomorrow. Beckett, but I can help. I have to help. Please, Eli. Aw, and he's like, sad. Tutorial. Talking to Beckett will reassure him, gain you some magical healing, and give you a chance for more romance. Ooh. I don't know if I want romance with Beckett. Not that he's bad, but I feel like I'm more leaning towards Griffin in this playthrough. But anyway, so this is a premium choice, and as you can see, I haven't taken it yet. But we will probably take it. We're just going to take a quick break, and then we will go and see what Beckett wants. Yeah. Again, if you are enjoying this series, please consider giving the videos a like, and yeah, either way, I do hope you're enjoying them, and I will see you very shortly for part C of this episode, or of this chapter. See you in a bit.